The young lady starts off by saying that this woman is a reflection of the man. So if she starts to essentially fall off physically, then he needs to look at himself. Yeah, that whole statement to me, it just lacks accountability.
I'm going to expound on the comment you were saying that in relationships, it's not just the men who get too comfortable, it's also the women who get too comfortable. And you mentioned like you used to look good and now you showing up in a bonnet. Men might not want to hear this, but your woman is a reflection of you. And I've never seen a woman who is loved correctly and healthily fully let herself go without her man intervening. So when we hit those moments of we starting to fall off, that affirmation, that confidence building, baby, let's do this, let's get you together. A man can bring you back to yourself as his reflection in such a way that she gonna take that bonnet off. She gonna want to look good for you. If you ever want to see how well a man is loving his woman, see how well she takes care of herself. And you'll see a woman so put together like, man, I know you being loved at home. I could tell by the way your skin glowing. I could tell by the way your edges is laid. I could tell by the way your nails is done. Versus you look at a woman who done had all the energy sucked out of your life. He putting you through it over there, girl. Your hair ain't been done in months. You ain't shaved them legs in a minute. So if you feel like the woman is letting herself go, ask yourself, your woman is your reflection. Am I loving her correctly to the point that she wants to show up as her best self? What can I do to even take her away from herself, right? Because as our safe spaces, sometimes it's not your man doing anything wrong. We deal with a lot of mental stuff. Sometimes your mind is attacking you. Sometimes your emotions is getting the best of you. I need you to come and fight for me. So keeping me safe ain't just keeping me safe in the streets. Keep me safe from myself so much that I don't get to attack myself. And you come and intervene on my behalf when I start to let myself go instead of leaving me or cheating.
Listen, shout out to tonight's conversation for the content, that particular content tonight. Let's definitely check them out on all social media platforms. Hey, y'all drop a comment. Let me know what do y'all think about what she just said.
Like JR said, I just think sometimes women just want to complain, and then you just got to take it. Although I will say this, I am of two minds because I do empathize with her to a degree that, you know, your partner or spouse can really can affect your mood depending on what's going on. So that can happen, right? I'm not totally like, I get where she's going to a degree there. I mean, you can see men, same thing with men. They can look disheveled and stuff like, hey, baby, I just need you to talk to me. I need you to lift me up a little bit, you know? So that part I get, but I just think that men fear that backlash. That's just how I feel, though.
Okay. No, I appreciate that right there. Get this comment, then we'll get back into it. If it'll come up. See, the real one said, let's see, I can see you wanting some sort of motivation from your significant other, but there's a huge portion of you that's got to be the one to find motivation to want to be better overall yourself. Yeah, no, that's facts. Definitely facts right there. Yeah, I think the overall sentiment of what she's saying was, you know what I'm saying, there was some validity to the overall sentiment, but it's like when you break down the details, that's where you hear the problem. Yeah, I think overall, if folks are in a healthy relationship or a successful relationship, you're gonna see that in both of them, to be honest with you. Yeah, so if you are linked up or connected with somebody who's positive for you and you know what I'm saying, helps to level you out, balance you, these types of things, support each other. Of course, we're going to see the benefits of that. But what I have an issue with is you making a choice to do something and then that being the other person's fault. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah, the young lady starts off by saying that this woman is a reflection of the man. So if she starts to essentially fall off physically, then he needs to look at himself. That right there, that whole statement to me, it just lacks accountability. Yeah, it just lacks accountability. If I'm gonna be real about it, it just lacks accountability. Yeah, but at the end of the day, when we talk about somebody being a reflection, and I think this is a part of our problem these days. We keep trying to change and redefine everything. Yeah, we want to redefine what it means to be somebody's reflection. We want to redefine what it means to be equally yoked. We want to redefine what it means to be successfully married. It's like we want to redefine all these terms. Yeah, when we're talking about somebody being somebody's reflection, we gotta first of all, we gotta go back to the beginning. We gotta go back to when this young lady was selected. Yeah, this young lady was selected by this man because he saw certain qualities in this young lady, which in turn he said to himself, this would be a great companion for me, and we can build together. Yeah, that's where this whole concept of reflection starts. Yeah, this guy is looking for things that are going to match what he's trying to do. Yep. So 9 times out of 10, he's already seen something in this young lady that got her selected. Yep. So for us to then come back and say that this young lady deciding that she want to fall off or whatever, and now she no longer wants to prioritize her appearance and all of that, that's not tied to no reflection of him. Yeah, but see, we could present it that way because we want to redefine everything. We want to change everything. We want to change around the meaning so we can get it to fit our narratives and all of this nonsense. So that's why I said when I listen to this young lady, it's when she gets into the details of what she's saying, that's where I hear the problems at. Yeah, the other thing is she's talking about this man. She's never seen a woman fall off fully, or get to a point of falling off, fully, without this man intervening. Now, don't get me wrong. A man can intervene. Yep, he can intervene. But I think the question that we need to ask is, should he? Yep, should he intervene? Yep, and I'm sure different folks gonna have their different answers for that. But that's the question I'm presenting. Should he intervene? Yeah, this is the situation where a person has chosen to do whatever they're doing. Should he intervene? So y'all let me know what y'all say. Y'all drop a comment. I'm gonna keep going. The other thing that she said is that you can tell how essentially happy or yeah, let's just put it that way. You can tell how happy this woman is essentially by how she looks. And I'm gonna be honest, that's cap too. Yep, that's cap too. See, I think once again we've changed things. We've gotten so shallow. Like it's not just about how this lady looks, because we done seen this time and time again. There's folks all over the internet right now. Yeah, they got their fresh veneers on. They got their 36-inch bust downs on. They got what the lady say, they got their face beat. They got their Louis Vuitton bags and purses, got on their Prada shoes, and they some of the most unhappy people you'll ever meet. Yeah, so I'm not sure that how somebody looks, especially physically, is a full reflection if we gonna go there. Because like I said, we done seen many of examples of that. Yeah, they done had all the surgeries, which y'all say they body snatched, they waist snatched. According to a lot of folks, they look like $1 million, but they some of the most unhappy people if you ever meet them in person and have a conversation with them. So yeah, once again, it's in the details of what this young lady is saying is, is where I think it's falling apart. Yeah, but I think overall in a successful relationship is if each person is supporting each other, and pouring into each other, then I think that's when you're gonna see your best outcome. But yeah, I hear some faults in what some of this young lady was saying, so I'll leave it like that. It's a lot of redefining of words and terms going on these days to try to fit narratives, and I think it's causing issues Like I said, I know one right now, that's really hot for me right now is I just I keep hearing everybody talking about equally yoked. And they didn't change and redefine that word a million times. It's like it don't even mean what it started out meaning at this point. But everybody always talking about equally yoked. I'm not going to settle because we ain't equally yoked. I keep hearing this same nonsense. So, yeah, that's a lot of our problem. We keep redefining words to fit our narratives. And like I said, we be off in left field somewhere. People go hard to put these costumes on, to keep these facades up, to have you thinking they the happiest wife ever. Have you thinking they the happiest husband just because they got on some name brands and they drive around in the Benz. And it's just like, but then when you get into the situation, then you're like, man, neither one of y'all happy. Like, what's really going on in here? So yeah, it's a lot of that going on. So we got to be mindful of that. Let me check back in with the panel. I see Civil just hopped on.
In regards to everything that's kind of already been talked about in regards to what the young woman said, I think everyone kind of already hit it on the head. It's just a matter of, it's just unfortunate. It really is just unfortunate because most people just assume that everyone else comes pre-assembled and pre-packaged and exactly how they should be. And then they forget that there is beauty in the struggle because you are supposed to help lift each other up, especially in a marriage. And keeping up with the Joneses now, and I'm thinking it's because of social media. It's just so destructive to every community. I remember when I was growing up, it was okay to go shop at, Burlington Coat Factory, Marshalls, and Ross, and you get your, Fat Albert Fubu. And then now it's like these kids have to go get designer labels, designer names. And it's like Gucci suits are now a thing that kids in high school are supposed to be wearing. You go to high school with these people, they know your chain is fake. They know it's not real. They know you. They know you're not rich. But we all still play these parts.
Yeah, no. What's good? It's your boy Quay Price holding it down for Candid Convos. Man, if you enjoyed this video, man, go check out this next one.